You might become somebody. I can't tell you how many times I've sold that. And that was the truth. I did do a movie in Oakland. He's a producer. And I sold my potential. I sold, on business, on body like this, and on TV. I did this show called Spirit West. I sold like a love story. Because I knew it worked. They buy into it. All women buy into that, even good girls. Yeah. And freaks. But hoes especially. So they want to land you.
The Officer and Gentleman, I haven't watched the pilot program.
I wanted to be the pilot.
Yeah. That's why some women go for guys in the military so they can get out of their houses and stuff.
But how do you know if they're hoes? Hoes can dress good, like good girls. Hoes can dress like,
Yes, they can. Good
what
point.
you do for a living, it's a good sign.
No. Hoes, if you take out your wallet, they'll look inside your wallet. Every time. When you start to pay something, look, see how
Literally look in the
they will glance down. I've seen them there too, glance down. But you can tell she's a hoe by talking to her. She'll ask you, what's the deal? What do you do? What's that mean?
What kind of car do you drive?
Yeah, they're interested in car. Which is one of the things that we're going to cover because we're not going to cover the 4 C's of what I call pimping. 4 C's of pimping yourself out. She talked about clothes. You got to have clothes. On this game, you got to be able to dress, okay? Because they're looking at you. Because women are programmed to look for the dominant males out there. Because those are the males that are going to do something with their lives that they can bring home to daddy, and daddy will like it. You got to have good clothes. You got to have a crib. If you don't have a crib, there's ways around that, but first you got to have a crib. That means an apartment or a home. You got to have a nice car. I don't care if you're just one for good girls, you still want to have a nice car. That shows that you got something, that you can, make payments and stuff like that. You're a stable guy. It's just what you're marketing yourself as, a stable guy. You got to have a condo. It's not stacking stories. I know you guys can talk to stack stories. Women are conversation junkies. Conversation to women is like crack. Okay? So you got to be able to have a real conversation with them. Now, there are 2 different styles of marketing. Now, we're thinking about a business now. A business has a product, you're the product, you got to market yourself. When I was in college, I took marketing. I was a marketing major for a while. They had something called shotgun marketing. And if I took a shotgun like this, how many people I hit? Ooh, ooh. Yes. Yeah. It was great to hit everybody. Okay, in the game, that's where you see I grow. No time. That's shotgun marketing. You go for everybody. You don't care. Notice that takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. There's also rifle marketing. And that's where you target in on what you really like, what you really want. And I go by eye contact. If a woman likes you, she will make eye contact with you. I know there's shy girls out there, but they still will make eye contact with you. I have not seen one that didn't. So, yes.
Eye contact. 2 seconds.
2 seconds. My rule is 2 seconds. If she holds that eye contact for 2 seconds, she's interested. 1 second? No. She just saw you, may look nice to her, but she's not really interested. 2 seconds? She's interested. Or at least we'll find out if she's interested. Yes.
Okay, it's a girl that's a bit, there are some holes on the street, right? There are some girls who have the holes too, So
but they don't make eye contact with them for 2 seconds. Right in their eyes. Right in their eyes. And you look at them. That's it. Yeah. Eye contact means eye to eye. Yes.
And would there be a smile with that?
Sometimes, right? Sometimes no. Sometimes. Doesn't have to smile. They hold it 2 seconds. Some girls are confident in themselves. They're going to smile. They're not going to smile. See, you smile first. You smile first, you look confident. But, I do smile. I do give them a little smile. Yes.
Now, would there be a difference between staring at you?
Some girls, if you're really good looking, they'll stare at a guy. But I really not stare at people. They'll make eye contact. I notice it. So
staring at
So as a big guy, you don't notice you get stared at more just because you're bigger?
I was always this big, but I was about 225. Now I'm about 260. But I get more fear looks now I'm bigger. But when I was in the game, dating 5 years before my little brother died, after he died, I kind of put it all on the side, started eating. But I was about 225, and I had a way of projecting my energy and walking with confidence so that it attracted what I wanted. And I'm a dominant kind of guy. I'm looking for submissive women. I like women that are natural, curvy, and not the type that are kind of aggressive types. I had my back door kicked in. I had another girl kick in one of my windows. I've had girls stalking me. You know, the whole list goes on. As Hal can tell you about some of my early times in aerobics. You know, he's heard about some of the shit. And,
as a matter of fact, there were times that I was hanging out in Chris's studio. He's a trainer. And all of a sudden, it's like this energy comes in, and I'm lifting weights to go about myself, and you know, just working on the set. And it's like this flurry of female energy, like, where were you last night? I was looking for you, or whatever else. Anyway, he's certainly got a lot of attention in the past. I have seen that. I didn't know how it was possible.
High quality problem to have.
what's that?
I said it's a high quality problem to have.
And there's a downside, believe me.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
How do you keep women from not stalking you and, having them go crazy over you?
How do you get them to go crazy over you?
How do you make them not go crazy over you?
Actually, I prefer for them to go crazy over me because from my childhood, I had a hole in my heart. And I tried to fill it with lots of women. So I wanted them to go crazy over me. And I'm going to tell you some secrets of how to do that.
You don't want them kicking in your door and going psycho, right?
You know, I kind of got off on that. Feels like, these women really love me, you know. That's me in my head, even bigger. So let's go on to the next, what a player sells, okay? Two things. First one is a player sells through conversation. As I said earlier, women are social animals. The conversation junkies. You can ask any female out there, do your own research. I've done my research. You know, if you doubt me, go out there and ask. Women love to talk. Let's look at the history. Now, back in caveman days, we were out there hunting in the woods.
Man.
Exactly. While women were around the fire pits, cooking and socializing. So their social brains overdeveloped ours. You guys all have mothers?
Yeah.
You came home, how many times you on the phone? How many got sisters? How many times you on the phone? No, they live on the phone. They love to talk. So conversation, as I said, equals crap to them. You got to have some good conversation. So let's get into the player's secrets of good conversation. When I teach my fellas, she's a woman, she's a human being. First, she's a human being. We do not actually do believe that. The women are actually human beings. Give a life story. What does that mean? If you like 18-year-olds, now I've heard this from 18-year-olds, I'm going to give a life story, she's only 18. She's 18 years of life experience to get. Where was she born? Well, where did she live when she was born? Why did she live here? What did she like about that place? What did she like about here? What are you doing right now with yourself at 18? Are you going to college? What are you doing after college? I go on and on, so you can ask her. When you take a real interest in her as a human being, the conversation becomes natural. You don't have to stack stories after that. You have a real conversation because you want to find out all you can about her and what she can bring to your table. Because remember, you're a businessman. We treat our game like a business. We don't just care about pussy. What else can this bring to me? Give your life story. As you're giving your life story, listen for transitions. Now, if a girl in conversation said to you, yeah, I just got back from Japan, and blah, 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 blah. How many would pick up on that and ask her, Japan? Good. See, my player mind would, because I listen. And I would have an hour conversation about just Japan. And by the way, you have an hour conversation with a woman, she doesn't go back to her office and brag about you, the wonderful guy she met, that they just, somehow they connect. They think we connect because I'm asking her questions. I'm selling her the game. Got that? So let's transitions.
Giving a brief example of a conversation you have about Japan, just a few sentences or...
Okay, let's say this girl went to a Japan, she had a conversation, she was doing a gymnastics event, and then she said, you know, and now my mom is going to the hospital. Okay, I heard two things. Japan, actually three things. Japan, gymnastics, mother, hospital. Okay, well, what flight did you fly on? Well, how was the flight? Good. You know, I flew on that flight once, and it was okay, but did you have any problems with it? How was it going to luggage? How was the food? We're going to get to that, yeah. Well, how was the landing? Did you look out the plane when you flew over? Oh, what'd you see? See, I'm asking this stuff, she's answering. Well, how's Japan? Really? Okay, well, tell me more about Japan. You know, I used to live there as a kid. Do you speak the language? I'm still covering some things I can talk about in conversation. I haven't even got to, you know, what you do anything special? Did you go to Mount Fuji? I've been there. Really? What'd you do up there? And on, see how that go. Okay, that's Japan. Okay, tell me gymnastics. Did you win? Well, how's the competition? How long have you been studying gymnastics? Well, when did you start? See, I went into gymnastics now. I'm following that thread on down. It's the beginning then. Have you competed? Have you watched the finals? What have you done? Are you going to do more competition? When you take a real interest in the subject, you naturally come up with ideas or things to ask about. Question?
Yeah, so did you ask, let's say she said, oh, I went to Japan, and you said, oh, what do you do in Japan? She said, oh, I went there for gymnastics, and then you ask.
Well, I would ask, you know, start at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
start at the very beginning, you know, like a flight. How did you get on the flight at time? You know, do they frisk you at the terminal? You know, I got frisked last time I went there. They thought I was a terrorist. You know, talk about that or something. You know, and on and on and on. You know, last time I was on the plane, you know, I'm afraid to fly, but you know, I looked out and I got some peace looking at the water.
Okay, so basically you're telling her a story.
So I'm not telling a story. I'm asking questions.
Okay.
I am not storytelling. That's the pickup artist game. I'm asking questions, and the player's game is to always ask questions. Conversation. Ask questions. The more you ask questions, the deeper you go into your mind. It's the basic part of the mind play. You want to get up in your head.